Morning children. Now today we come to the next subtopic in the lesson work and energy, and that is the sums on potential energy. Now we have seen yesterday that potential energy is nothing but m multiplied by g multiplied by h. So m is the mass of the object, small g is acceleration due to gravity, and h is the height or the distance to which the object is moved. Now let us read the sum and substitute the values. Find the energy possessed by an object of mass 10 kg. So mass of the object small m is 10 kg. When it is at a height of 6 meters, height, distance h is 6 meters, you have to find the energy possessed. So when you lift an object to a certain height, because of that position, it possesses potential energy. So they are asking you to find out the potential energy of the object. And they have given here that small g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. If they do not tell you the value of small g, then you have to take it as 9.8 meter per second square. Okay? If they don't mention. So find the energy possessed by an object of mass 10 kg. So mass of the object is 10 kg. When it is at a height of 6 meters from the ground, so height is 6 meters. Given g is 9.8, you have to find potential energy. So potential energy is equal to m, which is 10, multiplied by 9.8, multiplied by 6. So potential energy will be 10 multiplied by 98 divided by 10 multiplied by 6. 10 and 10 cancels. So potential energy is equal to 98 multiplied by 6, which is equal to 588 joules. Is that clear? So 98 into 6 is 588 joules. Now we come to the next one. An object of mass 12 kg. So m is equal to 12 kg is at a certain height above the ground. If the potential energy of the object is 480. So potential energy is 480 joules. Find the height. You have to find h at which the object is with respect to the ground, and given g is 10 meter per second square. So here the value of g is given. If it's not given, you take it as 9.8. So you have potential energy is equal to m multiplied by g multiplied by h. M is 12. G you have to find. No, it's 10, sorry. Height you have to find. And potential energy is 480. Okay, so potential energy is 480, m is 12, g is 10, and h you have to find. So 480 divided by, now what I want you to do is keep h on this side only of the equation. Bring 12 multiply by 10 on this side, so it goes to the denominator. It gets divided here. So this 1 0 will cancel with 1 0. 2 6 are 12, 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8. 6 1s are 6, 6 4s are 24. So 4 is the height. Height is measured in meters. So this will be 4 meters. So depending on whatever is asked at the end, you have to write that unit. In this case, potential energy is asked. So the unit is joule. In this case, height is asked. So the unit is meter. So depending on whatever is asked, you have to substitute the value. Now we come to the next subtopic, and that is the law of conservation of energy. Now always remember that energy cannot be created nor can it be destroyed. Okay, so we cannot create energy nor can we destroy energy, but energy is converted from one form to another form. That means the total amount of energy remains constant. Is that clear? So this is very, very important, that energy cannot be created, nor can you destroy energy, but you can change energy, you can convert energy from one form to the other. Like for example, if you look at the sun gives us energy in the form of heat and light. So we have heat energy and we have light energy. And then green plants, by the process of photosynthesis, convert this heat and light energy of the sun into chemical energy. Green plants make food. So they are converting heat and light from the sun to chemical energy. Similarly, if you look at fuels like coal and petroleum, they possess chemical energy. And on burning, they give out heat and they give out light. So you're converting energy from one form to another form. Now when you want to put on your tube light, you put on the switch. So here you are converting electrical energy to light energy. When you want to make your iron work, you're converting electrical energy into heat energy. Okay, so you cannot create energy, nor can you destroy energy, but you can convert energy from one form to another form. And the total amount of energy remains constant. Okay, now to understand this, I will just give you a simple example. Let us say that we have here a hill and there is a stone which is here up the hill. Okay, or a pebble, let's say. Now when it is up here and it is at rest, this particular object possesses potential energy. Its potential energy here is maximum at the top. Now let us say that this pebble is coming down. Now as it is coming down, it is seen that its speed goes on increasing. So as it is coming down, its kinetic energy increases and its potential energy decreases. Okay, so its kinetic energy is increasing because its speed is going on increasing, and as it is moving down, it's going faster, 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 faster. And its height, its position is decreasing, so its potential energy is decreasing. So here this potential energy is maximum and kinetic energy is 0 at this point because it's not moving, it's just here. At this point, potential energy is maximum and kinetic energy is 0 because it is not moving. As it is coming down, its kinetic energy goes on becoming more and more and more and more, and potential energy becomes less and less and less, decreases. And when it just touches this lowest point, its kinetic energy is maximum and its potential energy is 0. So if you look here, as potential energy decreases, kinetic energy increases. Okay? So as an object is coming down, its kinetic energy is going on increasing because its speed is going on increasing, and its potential energy is decreasing, its height is going on decreasing. Is that clear? At this point, it has maximum potential energy and kinetic energy is 0. And at this lowest point, its kinetic energy is maximum when it just touches here, and its potential energy is 0. Is that clear to all of you? So here we see that the total amount of energy remains constant. Kinetic energy plus potential energy is constant. Kinetic energy is half mv square, we have seen. Potential energy is m into g into h, and this is constant. Now this constant is called mechanical energy. So what is mechanical energy? Mechanical energy is nothing but the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. So the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy is constant and is called mechanical energy. So remember, energy cannot be created, nor can you destroy it, but you can only change energy from one form to another form. The total amount of energy remains constant. So at the top here, potential energy is maximum, and right down here, potential energy is 0. At the top, it's not moving, so kinetic energy is 0. At the bottom, when it just touches, kinetic energy is maximum. When it is going down, kinetic energy increases because the speed is increasing, potential energy decreases. And if you consider the opposite situation, when it is going up, as its position goes on increasing, the potential energy will increase and kinetic energy will decrease. Its speed decreases as it's going up. Is that clear? So the total amount of energy remains constant. That's kinetic energy plus potential energy is constant, and that constant is called mechanical energy. So mechanical energy is basically the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. So when a body possesses both kinetic and potential, it is called mechanical energy.